Shifting focus to the UK now, hundreds of demonstrators joined a rally in central London recently for the protests which were part of a national weekend of action. The protests were against a proposed new law that would give police extra powers to further curb protests. The Police Crime Sentencing and Courts Bill, as it is called, would toughen the measures that officers can take to disperse demonstrations. The proposed bill would give the police in England and Wales the right to impose conditions on non-violent protests, including those deemed too noisy or a nuisance. Those convicted could face fines or even jail terms. The bill was brought before Parliament last month and is currently going through the Parliament. Opponents of the bill are worried that it will restrict their right to demonstrate.
Can you tell Reuters why you're here today, please?
To defend the right to free speech and the right to organisations in our society. I think it's very important that we all defend democracy.
And the bill, what should happen to this bill?
It should be basically withdrawn altogether and some consent is drawn on it. We're not doing that so far, but these demonstrations, 50 of them today, will make a difference.
Dozens of the so-called Kill the Bill protests were also organised simultaneously around the country, including in Manchester and Bristol. Some senior officers have said the Kill the Bill tag was deliberately provocative, as the bill is a nickname in Britain for the police. The protests were supported by a big campaign group such as climate change campaigners, Extinction Rebellion, as well as the Black Lives Matter supporters. Demonstrations turned into clashes as several arrests were made afterwards. Projectiles were thrown at British police officers. At least one officer could be seen with a minor facial injury. Meanwhile, UK's Prime Minister Boris Johnson criticised what he described as disgraceful attacks on officers. But protesters have accused the police of using heavy-handed tactics.
Only dictators fear protest, and if people can't speak out, then the government will do whatever they want, and people need to have the right to speak out. If something is wrong, why shouldn't we speak out?
WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.